And this is a perfect way
Yeah.
for us to segue into the landscape of the Premiership. 24
Yeah.
games played, Arsenal sitting in the first position, 6 points ahead of Man City, 7 points ahead of Aston Villa in third position. Guys, game week one, remember, let's rewind back to that
Old
episode we
Trafford.
had.
Old
Yeah,
Trafford.
when we're talking about likelihood of the team that will be competing for the league, I think we'll pick Liverpool, we'll pick Manchester City. Yes, we'll pick
He's not
Liverpool.
even do this. He
We'll
don't do
pick
this. We all
Liverpool.
said it. We said
We
this
pick.
thing.
We
Oh,
picked.
God, this fake humility.
Okay.
People have started
Hold on,
again.
No, no,
hold
no,
on,
wait. My
hold
own
on,
is that
hold
the
on,
video is there.
hold
I
on.
predicted Arsenal
Yeah,
to
the
win
video
the
is.
league, so I'm very happy.
We said Arsenal would be
No, but
bad
Like me,
this
I
no,
season.
no.
actually
Wait,
said it,
hold
and you
on
know the
now,
funny
guys.
part. I said Man City second. I
Yeah.
didn't even say Liverpool.
Um, Allow me to drink water and drop my cup, please.
You can,
I'm not talking about who is winning, but at least we looked at the team that will be competing, and I think we picked three teams, which were Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Yes, Terry
Mhm,
predicted Arsenal will win the league, and
mhm.
I was like, how? Where is that coming from? Looking at the madness Liverpool did in the summer transfer window, see the players they bought, right? And I can't remember Biola. I can't remember your prediction. I can't remember
I
Chimamaka's
said the same
prediction.
thing. I said the same thing. I said, well, I don't remember if I said, I remember we had the conversation about Arsenal being the best team in the league and that
Yeah,
Arsenal should be winning the
we had an
league. I remember
argument.
having
Yep.
that conversation.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had an
and the
argument,
argument,
which I didn't
yeah, the
agree.
argument
Which
I
I
made
didn't
was that
agree to.
Liverpool, yeah, even though I think it was the time Liverpool were winning 5 games in a row, and I said that, look, their form is temporary because they are conceding a lot of goals and they are scoring a lot of last minute goals as well. And it's not showed his true color, so.
So looking at landscape
Anyways,
right now, Arsenal. There are still a lot of people that believe Man City will topple Arsenal and go ahead
so
to win it because of the X factor. Guardiola, Pep Guardiola. I want to hear you guys take. What do you guys? 24 games gone, 14 games left.
as someone that has won
Very
the league
good.
recently, twice in the last 5 years, the truth of the matter is
Yeah,
that
blow your
Arsenal won the league
trumpets.
since
Yeah,
November. Yeah, they won it in November, and I know why. There's a group that Biola may not be in that. I think you're in that group. No, I said it in two groups. Yeah, Arsenal have won the league. The truth of the matter is, what makes me predict someone winning the league is the strength of the chasing pack. So when I saw how Man
Mhm.
City were playing, I knew that and I saw the way Liverpool were playing. I knew Arsenal. They are not the most creative team, even with their star-studded front line of Victor Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz, Gabriel
don't forget
Martinelli,
Ungo.
Leandro
Don't
Trossard,
forget Ungo. There's a player
Noni
they have called
Madueke,
Ungo.
Bukayo Saka, and stuff. Those seven attackers. Wow, I don't think any other team in the league has
Terry, you
seven
left
attackers.
Ungo.
On
Don't go
goal,
the
yeah,
score
one
now.
goal, eight,
Don't go
eight.
the score. Don't go the
So, but my
score.
point is, when I saw that, I saw the compactness of the team in the midfield, and I knew that they were going to win the league. Man City is not consistent. Aston Villa is the Nottingham Forest of this season. Nottingham Forest of last
Yeah.
season. Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, up and down, and are definitely not in a title race. Definitely in a race for top five, which I think Chelsea might miss out on. I'm leaning to Chelsea missing out on top five, but let's see how it goes.
It's
But
Chimama Kano
so
here.
yeah, that's just my own view. But I
You're
knew
just throwing
Arsenal would
shots
win
at
the league.
Chelsea.
I'm so sorry, so sorry. I don't mean it. But I knew Arsenal would win the league. It's very sad. It's very depressing, but it's the reality of where we are. And much more than that, what has surprised me more this season is not even the top five, but the bottom three. It's disappointing seeing Wolves and West Ham struggle. The Wolves zone is surprising me. I'm very confused at the state of the club, including the sale of Larson in January when you are fighting for relegation.
To Crystal Palace. I think they believe
Yeah,
they are gone. I think they believe that they are
I
gone.
think they know that they have.
I think the 45 million pounds was too good to turn down
So
because
I think this is the rationale. I think the rationale is to make as much money as you can now, so that when you go down, you can spend enough to bring you back up
but
immediately.
then Perry, the question you have to also ask yourself is would Strand Larsen have kept them up? I don't think so. If you're getting 45 million pounds, if it's 45 million pounds offer for a player that even if he stayed in your team till the summer, would most likely not have
No,
kept you up.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
I'm agreeing with you. That's
yeah. It
exactly what
doesn't
I'm
mean they
saying.
won't
But
stay up.
but at
It
the
doesn't mean
same
they don't
time,
have a chance or whatever. But like that.
you want all hands on deck. I give you example. Darwin Nunes selling Darwin Nunes in January for 70 million. pounds. If I was going to say naira, 70 million
Because of
pounds. 70 million pounds was a good deal, but just having a backup in case of anything was always needed. So yeah,
Bro,
I would speak
Wolves,
more to the bottom
Wolves,
three
eight
than top
points,
five.
8 points, 8 points after game week 24. What magic could happen? Win
Eight
the remaining
points.
14 games? Yes, they're on eight
Oh,
points.
that's terrible. I can't believe it.
Are
I'm
you
serious. I
serious?
can't believe it.
I thought it was more
They're on
than
eight
that.
Points.
points. I'm looking at the table here in front of me. 8 points. 14
I said
games
I
left.
please refresh it. Refresh it.
Seriously, 8 points, right? So even if they win the remaining 14 games, that's 42, 50. Can 50 keep them
Oh, they will
safe?
stay up. They will stay up.
Okay.
They will stay up.
But we know
But like
we
I
know it's
mean,
very it's going to be
it's not
difficult to
possible.
win the remaining 14
Yeah,
games.
yeah. And you know,
So
even with going back to the top six that the top of the
wow.
table thing. When you look at the games that Arsenal have to play, I think you guys are just going. You're playing Chelsea. You still have Chelsea. You still have Man City, but you're done with Liverpool.
Yeah.
You're
We're
done
done
with
with
Man
Manchester
United.
United.
Yeah,
Manchester United.
every game seems winnable, right? I think the
Hmm.
only game where I look and I think the two games where I thought initially Arsenal would struggle with were Man City and Chelsea. But you guys have beaten Chelsea twice under Liam Rosenior, so it's obvious
In
that
the
you
Carabao
can
and
beat Chelsea. Yes, yes, yeah. So it's all. I mean, my point is that you played them when they both times it was Liam Rosenior in charge. So there's no
okay.
thing of new manager, different thing, blah blah blah. Nah, you've beaten them twice, even though they've both been close wins, but they've been wins. And so I think it's difficult to see where Arsenal are going to drop points. I figured that if United, based on all my whole United winning the league high and all of that, I felt if United were ever going to have a chance, Arsenal have to start dropping points against certain teams that no one expects them to. The thrashing of Leeds, just brought that reality, that look,
I
Arsenal
was
are
I was
not going to
skeptical
go
of
down
that
with that
game.
fight.
I was skeptical of
Yeah,
that game.
everybody
You know the
was.
funny thing.
Everybody
You
was
know the
because
funny thing.
you lost to United, you conceded two against Kairat, so it was like,
You know
what's
the
going to happen against Wait and no Saka as well, but like,
Nah.
big win,
As somebody that
big
won the league
win.
last season,
But come
the
on,
problem
Terry.
is
Guy,
sorry.
come off
I'm
this
just
us,
chipping in.
man. Come on, just 14 more games left
Sorry, as someone
for
that
a
won the
new
league last
winner.
season, what I realize is that it's not about Arsenal dropping points now. If Arsenal drop points in 2 games this season, Manchester City will drop points in 2 games. So the consistency to capitalize on Arsenal dropping points is not
Arsenal
there.
dropping points.
The
Not
the
there.
Guardiola, you people are shouting, oh, the X factor. It doesn't have an X factor. He's talking about ice and Palestine. The truth of the matter is, Guardiola had amazing players, amazing budget. As in, I can't put into Mahrez, Sterling, Bernardo Silva of then, Kevin De Bruyne of then, Aguero.
Sane,
I don't want to go
Varus.
Sane, Alvarez.
Aguero,
Yeah. Then he got Haaland. So
even
my point
Gabriel
is,
Jesus, was sort of like was a
thank
maverick
you,
player on
thank you,
United. Yeah,
thank you for that. So my point is it was never like, yeah, I won't lie, Guardiola is an amazing coach, but when you outspend the competition, you will most likely, and when you outspend wisely,
most
they were
likely.
not buying like Spurs, you are most likely going to win.
Mm.
But when the whole charges came in and they had to start tightening their belts, pretending, oh, we don't have money to sign Declan Rice, so we can't afford Florian Wirtz. If it was Man City of them, no charges, would have bought Wirtz since before
But
Liverpool
despite
would
that,
have
but
woken up.
despite that, despite the 115 charges, after they won the league, before Liverpool won, if you look at the number of monies Guardiola have spent,
Yeah,
he spent
he's
over 300 million, if
look
I'm not mistaken.
no. So I
Over what?
saw this thing. I don't know if it's true, but between
Over 300
January
million.
of yeah, but no, I think between January of 2025 and this summer, I mean, and January 2026, I think Man City has spent
Yeah,
about 500, not even 300.
yeah.
About. It's crazy. But then they've made their money back, so to speak. They don't forget that they sold Julian Alvarez for crazy money. They didn't really replace him. Look, this January, for example, right? They spent 20 million on Gehi. They got 27 for Oscar Bob. So they only spent money on Semenyo. They sell
No,
well as well.
or the
They sell
transfer
well as
way,
well.
Yeah, they say
the
well.
They
wages
sell
as
well as
well.
well.
But the
Yeah. So like
wages, the Gwe
yeah, but
wages, come on, it's going to
but
impact on their books.
don't forget
Liverpool
that
have
they've
the
let a
highest
lot of
wage bill
they've
for
let a lot of
last year.
high wage players go. Talking about like Ilkay Gundogan, for example, has left the
Growing.
club. So Kevin De Bruyne on high wages too. He's left the club. So I think the only player that got like an astronomical contract post De Bruyne leaving was Haaland.
Haaland.
So they can actually afford to pay the money that they're paying Semenyo and Gehi.
So, as I said, I was talking to Bula Sports, so I don't kick you off.
Yeah.
I see Arsenal dropping points. True. I mean, with their invincibleness, they couldn't score against Liverpool home and away this season with 8 attackers. But the problem is this:
With the low blocks, he came to the Emirates to set.
United, Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea, Aston Villa will all drop points. We are not seeing anybody having those crazy runs where Guardiola goes from January to May without losing a single Premier League game. Demonic, if you ask me. We are not seeing that this season, and I've considered that since November that Arsenal will win the Premier League. But aside that, I don't know if they would win any other thing. And I'm not saying that to spite anybody. I just think we
Yeah.
see them. You see them cracking now in Champions League. We see them cracking in the Carabao Cup. And yeah, let's see. But I am
But
so
Perry,
sure
I
they will
mean,
win the Premier League.
removing the inconsistency from Man City, let's say all things being equal, right? I think when you look at the table and you look at the matches that teams have to play, I think Manchester and Arsenal have the easiest run of games compared to Man City or Man United or even Liverpool.
No games are easy in the EPL.
No, but I mean, like when you look at the opportunities in terms of the run, there's still that prediction of who should you be beating. I
Well,
think Man City still have to play Liverpool again this weekend. It's going to be a very tough game. Still, I think they're done with Chelsea.
no, they
They
go
still
to
have to play
Stamford Bridge.
Arsenal.
They go to
Yeah,
Stamford
okay,
Bridge.
good. They have to play Arsenal.
They have to play Aston Villa.
They still have to play Villa. I think they should blow Villa away anyway, so that shouldn't really be an issue. But then I guess you're right in the sense that even though Arsenal have the opportunity to drop points in one or two places this season, I think that you look at 14 games, you expect Arsenal to win like 9 or 10, right? So the question is, if they're going to drop points in 4 games, what games will they be, and how many points will they be dropping? And then you look at Man City, and you're probably thinking the same thing, but then that Arsenal Man City clash will be very very key. It will be very, very key, especially depending on where both teams are, by the time they're playing each other. But that I think that would be a key match, in deciding whether Man United can still get this league title, this season. So we'll be watching with our run of 7 games, 7 wins in a row, where we can check our head
So
inside the
before
team.
round up, before we round up on this conversation, I just wanted to get your take, boys. This narrative that has been spinning around for the past 2 weeks. One of your legend, Paul Scholes, was also dragged into it. I just want to get your perspective. How true? What's your own? How do you see it? Is it true? This narrative of the league has been so poor. That's why Arsenal is leading, and that's why Arsenal, even if Arsenal eventually wins the league, it shows the state of the league being so very, very poor. I don't know if I know I paraphrased there. I couldn't say the words verbatim, but I
Mm.
think you guys understand what I'm trying to say. What's your take? Do you think the league has been
Yola,
so poor?
Yola, please
Yeah.
let me go
So
first, please.
no, please, now
I
I
want
wanted to
to
say one.
laugh. I want to
Let me put
laugh.
one statistic. Let me
Oh
put one
yeah.
statistic first. I think in the last since Fergie won the league, because I was watching this on a podcast, the average points of the winner of the Premier League is like 91, at least. I mean, an average is like 91. The winner of the league this year will not have 91 points. So that tells you what you need to know. It is. I mean, it tells you really what you need to know. But the
I
Perry, you can
disagree.
go first, and then I
I
will
disagree.
jump
I
on it.
disagree. If the league has become poor, then Arsenal wouldn't have finished top in the Champions League. I mean, they faced the current table toppers in Italy, Inter Milan, and it was a comfortable victory. They are through to the finals of the Carabao
The
Cup.
Carabao
Carabao
Cup.
Cup.
Yeah. Now, this is my view. This season, it's one of those seasons where you just have to be good enough. Maybe not top, but good enough. Have the basics in place. Have a strong defense, good midfield, and you can do anything in front. What has helped Arsenal is not scoring goals, but not conceding goals. That's just the truth of the matter. They haven't been high flyers up front. Has the league been poor or boring this season? If you're saying in terms of games, has it been exciting the way people play? Yes, it has been
There's a
boring. It has
narrative
not
of
been.
wasting time throwing,
No,
taking
not
set
wasting
pieces,
time. No,
corner
no, 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 no.
kicks, long throws, and
Set
all that.
pieces, set pieces. Now you can't waste time. If you waste time, we'll see 8 minutes extra, 10 minutes extra. So it's not like before where you are sure of your 3 minutes. So it's not really that.
Mm.
I think it's more of it's the style of play. You have someone like Anthony Gordon, who is the most exciting player in the league, scoring his first goal in a year, his first like outfield goal in a year
Yeah,
at Anfield. And the league has gotten more physical, like less technical. That's the word. More
yeah.
physical, less
But
technical.
Perry,
I couldn't
do
say
you
it any
think that
better.
the quality of the league has dropped? And I'm saying this because
I think it has gone up, not dropped.
it has gone it has no, let me not say dropped. I think it has evened out because this is my argument. But then
Exactly.
it has evened out in a
Yes.
it
I
has
think that's the
evened out
right
in
word.
a
That's the
but
right
I think
phrase, rather.
it has even us in a regressive manner, right? And the reason I say this is because I was talking to some friends of mine and we're like, okay, this idea of signing the proven Premier League players, where Man United went and signed Mbeumo and Konya seems to make sense. Who's the left winger that we're getting if we want to get someone in the summer? Which Premier League left winger are we getting in the summer? The only player that I could see out there realistically that could have improved our team was Semenyo, right? And it says a lot about where Semenyo is, but it also says a lot about the quality of the league because I don't see any left winger in the Premier League that is a realistic option for Man United to buy. Bear in mind, so we're removing players like Martinelli, we're removing players like, God forbid, Cody Gakpo anyway. But like, but
Jeremy
you get my
Doku.
point. Like, yeah, Jeremy Doku, right? But like, there's no one that comes out and you can say, oh, if Man United go for this guy, right, you're getting 15 to 20 goals in the league next season, you know. And even when you go to strikers as well, the best striker in the league after Erling Haaland is Igor Thiago,
Yep.
who I believe this is his debut. He joined, I think he joined in January last year. So like this is his first full season in the Premier League. I don't even know if it's a flash in the pan kind of season because Brentford have been known to recruit
Nah.
well when it comes to stats. But
Nah.
you look at the league and it's weird because Perry has also said something very important. Six Premier League teams in the Champions League this year. Five of them finished in the top eight, right? Five of them finished in the top eight. You can't tell me that those are teams playing in a shit league. You know, so,
Mm-hmm.
so it's really weird. It's really weird when you think about it because on one hand you're thinking it's the quality in terms of the goals, in terms of the points, in terms of clean sheets and all of that has dropped. It's become more competitive, but I think it's evened out. It's regressed in a way, but then the rest of Europe is still not at that level. I think it's fair to say that we could say that the
I,
Premier League has slightly regressed, but then the
I
rest of Europe is not even there yet.
I agree with you. It has evened out. It
Mm.
really has evened out. But the truth is, like for someone like me, I'm excited for next season. Why? Because next season, every season, there's every season that has a transition phase. I can't put the right words. Transition in the sense that there was a season Chelsea won the league. Because if you ask me, a lot of other clubs were in transition phases. What do I mean? Liverpool started building their team. Chelsea too. Sorry, Man City too. The Arsenal squad is the squad that has stayed together the longest.
Mm.
Facts. Out of all the top teams, Liverpool brought in 5 players. They'll bring in one new one. Manchester United brought in Bemo
I,
and
I don't
Konya.
agree though.
Hold
Okay,
on, just hold on. Lamets and
A lot of
just
people
hold on.
say this Arsenal squad have been together for the past 6 years. I don't agree to that.
No, not 6 years, but at least 3 years. Your
Well,
lineup this season
okay,
is the same lineup you had last season. Manchester United
well
have
agreed.
Bemo. They have Sesko.
Yeah.
This guy is now backup. What's his name? Zeski. And even that
Let's see.
backup, is backup to backup. If I'm being honest.
Because
So,
it is
so
with a beg that they will even play him, to be honest.
Manchester City, I don't know what Pep is doing at the back. He's just chopping and changing, chopping and changing. So my own personal view is
The
that from
injuries, lots of injuries there.
next season will be very exciting in the top half. Very, very exciting football. Arsenal still have Timber, the only player that, and he hasn't really added much that has changed the defense is in Kapi. He's the only one that is new, but you have Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. You still have
Alaphiliere,
you even still have
Luis
California from last
Kelly.
season. So now I'm talking of in the midfield. You have Rice. You have
Yeah,
what's his
but
name?
I mean,
So
to be
yeah.
fair, I
So
think
it's
Zubimendi is the
Arsenal
only
and the
player that comes in
who
here.
who and Zubimendi,
Like, I mean, like
the newest player,
in terms of
is the one
good
that's making
signings, yeah,
mistakes. Fun fact,
you
you
want,
would know he's the one making mistakes. So my point is,
wow.
I'm
That
not
game still
taking
hurts,
away
man. I don't want to
I'm
remember
not
that game.
taking away what you have done this season at all. You have done well, very well. You are TT. That's table toppers. That's what they call me in the office last season, TT. So this season I call Arsenal fans TT. It's just respect. But you are the TT for this season, and
Well,
I just feel
Mm.
next season I would not call you boring champions. I would call you not the most, one of the lesser technical champions. No, not the most
Well,
boring. You're
who
not boring.
cares? Who
But
cares?
you know what the
Because
thing
at the end of the day, if they tend to lift the EPL, nobody would care. Nobody will remember if they were boring. Nobody will remember if they played a particular
Nobody
style that
remembers.
people didn't
Nobody
like. Nobody
remembers.
remembers.
Nobody
Mm.
does. So yeah, as I said, I think Paul Scholes and a lot of people are trying to poke holes because they know the
Yeah,
inevitable is going to happen. You understand? So they're
I
trying to
get.
diminishing it as much as possible. Just like when Chelsea and Arsenal fans were trying to say, oh, it's COVID title, but we did it again. And I hope when Arsenal win, when clubs are back up, and I hope they will be able to do it again. If not, we'll just know we might just call them, just
but
like they call me the COVID champion, they might just call it the boring
Perry,
champion.
Who cares, man?
you know
Who cares?
the funny thing about it is that if Arsenal win the league this year and Pep leaves Man City in the summer, it's difficult to say that they shouldn't be winning the league again next year.
I
It's really difficult.
disagree. I disagree.
No, honestly, because
You know why I disagree?
you
You
and
know why
I,
I
you know
disagree?
that sport is not your
How
guy.
many seasons did Pep do off before he now went on a crazy run? I disagree.
No, but if
Who
you,
knows?
that's why I
They
said
might
if Pep
give
leaves,
wait.
if
They
Pep
might give
leaves,
Carrick the job and he knows the league very well. He might start going on his own run. With what
no,
I've
look,
seen,
United are not United don't have the quality and the depth to compete in
I
Europe
disagree.
and challenge for the title. We
I
don't have it.
disagree.
If
So what
if
will happen
we
is
were
you would
playing
if
if
you
we were
are
playing
doing
one
well,
game a week next
if you are
season
doing
like this,
well
then
in
fine.
the
But no,
Premier
we're not.
League, if you are doing well in the Premier League, whatever European competition you are to play will suffer. That's Manchester United for you. Manchester United fans are champions of England. They are not champions of Europe. That's for Liverpool fans. Manchester United fans own England. I'm not. What's It's not funny now. Anytime I want to
Yeah,
compare
because we have
players with,
eight Champions League titles. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
that's
we
my
know.
point. Like you now, anytime I want to compare players with gigs, they will just bring out 13 Premier Leagues and I'll be like, my brother, I'm sorry, but I can't
Where do
argue
we
with that.
begin?
At the end,
Where do we begin?
yeah, even
Yeah, but I mean,
drawing
to be fair, even your Champions League titles, only two have come in this modern
Recent
era, so to speak.
times, modern era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
no, it's
not
the only
like
one that has
you
come,
know,
and it came because rain was
no,
falling. That's by the way.
You did it in
Benitez won one.
204. Was it 203?
205,
The
205.
Yeah,
comeback
No, 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 no.
205,
The point
205.
is this. This is
The
the
comeback
point.
against AC Milan.
I don't think
mhm.
they are boring champions. I just think, and I'm being very honest, no jabs. They are less technical champion. Even this guy was saying it. A commentator tweeted at it. I think Martin Tyler or no, what's the other one? The guy that people really like. They say is a poet or something.
Yeah, Jim Beglin.
Jim
Peter
Beglin, one
Jury.
of them, the person
Okay, Jim
tweeted it
Gambling.
because somebody tweeted the Liverpool Man City game 2-2, the one that Salah had an
Mhm,
amazing goal, and the guy was like, bro,
mhm,
we need more of this. He wasn't jabbing us, and he was just saying the league now, and that's the truth. Unless when Liverpool play. Unless when Liverpool play teams that are ready to play, genuinely, it's not an insult. That's when you see that end to end Liverpool Bournemouth, Liverpool Chelsea, Liverpool Newcastle, those end to end madness, which slot will pay for with
mhm,
his job.
mhm.
I think is an element of Arteta. Looking at how he tries to manage the game, his tactics. If you look at this season, the only team that have decided to score where they've considered 3 goals. The last time they considered 3 goals was 2 seasons ago against Luton away. Manchester United did this, and if you notice that game, he went off his philosophy, wanted to get the goal. Rice was the only one in the middle, and United took advantage. Lovely goal from Cunha. And I understand why people would say it's boring. We should not forget that Teta has been involved in the title race for the past 3 consecutive seasons, coming second. Do you think the guy wouldn't learn from that experience to try to be a
At
better
times,
person?
he's strong. He has stronger. You will not learn.
Yeah, no, he will. It will. So my own
No, he
personal
has.
opinion,
He
no,
has.
he has really. If you look at it, he
He
has
Yeah,
has.
learned.
yeah. No, I'm just
And my
trolling.
own
I'm just.
my own personal opinion on this, I wanted to wait till the end of January to say to decide if Arsenal will
Nah.
win the
From
league.
November,
I decided.
I knew you
I
wanted
just
it.
want to keep
I
I want to
promise
keep
you.
my gunpowder dry. I want to do that. Even
Is
No,
today
wow, bro.
being February
is
'Wow.
4th,
I
even today
understand.
being February
I
4th,
understand that it's
even
new
today
for
being
you.
February 5th, rather, I still don't want to come out with that
I
chest to say
genuinely
we're winning the
speaking,
league.
I understand. But for me, that I have been in several title challenges with Man City of
Mm,
recent. I know when you are going for if Pep was on form last
mm.
season, I would not have said anything till
That guy,
March.
I
Man
will
City,
not.
Man City,
He
Man
can
City
pick
messed
up
up
this
last
form
season.
starting from this weekend. Do you know
I was
that?
telling people
He can
in the
pick.
office that
No,
nah,
no,
it's not going
Perry.
to pick it up.
No, they don't have.
He doesn't work like that. Again, I know
No,
you are new to this thing.
because of the X
Hayes is
factor
new to
in
this
there.
thing,
Pep
so I understand.
Guardiola.
There's no
No, Pep
X
No,
factor.
Guardiola.
Pep has
Hayes,
he's run out
Hayes,
of ideas.
Hayes.
Let's be honest.
You start it.
He's run
If you
out
want
of
to start,
ideas.
if you want to start a run, you start it that December period, that
He
I
started
Christmas
get
December
you.
early.
period.
He started
My
early.
point is,
Like,
last
look,
season, in November last season, I told my friends in the office, I said, I've won the league. They said, why are you so sure? I said, bro, first of all, Manchester City is not Manchester City. That was the first season. This is Pep's second season of misbehaving. So that sounds like, nah, they are not Manchester City. This is not Manchester City. I know.
but
So,
it's not
okay,
just
I'm
that.
going to win the league.
I think they're also in a rebuilding phase because I mean we saw that this is Man City's youngest team. This is Man
Mm,
City's youngest team since Pep took over. Then you look at the fact that in terms of the experience of winning the league, who have they really got in there? I think the people you can really depend on are players like Bernardo Silva, Rodri, who is playing very poorly. Let's not talk. Let's not say it's like he's a genuine Ballon d'Or winner like that, but like he's playing very poorly. Ruben Dias, right, and Erling Haaland. Yeah, you can argue that's the core of the team, but they've got. I mean, Donnarumma too is a league winner. He knows how to win. But look, the team itself, the rest of the team, you've got Ryan Cherky, you've got Matt O'Reilly, you've got Rico Lewis, you've got Nico Gonzalez, you've got Savinho, you've got
Philip
Jeremy
Foden.
Doku, you've got Phil Foden. Yeah, Phil Foden is obviously experienced too as well, but minus them, you've got Ryan Cherky, you've got Semenyo. These are players who haven't really challenged for titles like that. They're players who haven't even won, you know, in the sense of being in that strong Man City dominant team. So there's definitely a rebuild going on. Unfortunately for Man City, their key players have either been injured or out of form at some points, because Rodri's been poor this season. Ruben Diaz has been coming in and out of injuries. Haaland has picked up, has been in the worst form of his career, arguably, in a very long time. And
Yeah,
and and fair to him, it's been difficult for Manchester City to replace the goals that Haaland isn't scoring. And that has always been their problem, post Julian Alvarez. It has always
yeah.
been very difficult to replace the goals that Haaland isn't scoring, especially because the guy that they could depend on so much, Phil Foden, isn't playing well as well. So you're looking at the whole team and you're thinking, how does this team want to go for the league? And it's very difficult to see them pushing beyond Arsenal this season. I think depending on what happens in the summer, there's so much that could happen with Manchester City in terms of the manager, in terms of the players that they get in. That could determine where they will be. But you don't look at. I mean, I don't look at Man City's defense with any sort of regard or so
Respect.
yeah,
Mm.
because not no, 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 I won't say disrespect to say, but they don't have a right back, right? They have Ait Nuri in left back. That's not really a defense. That's not a title winning defense. So you can't build a team, really on those players and say, yeah, this is a team that's going to most likely go forward. So I think it's Arsenal's league to win this year. It's Arsenal's league to win next year as well, in my opinion. But
I get
Carrick
you.
may have something to say about that.
Well, fingers crossed.
Well, on that slot, Perry, don't say this. The same slot that you hate. The
Qu-
same slots that you hate because
Okay.
this guy wants slot out. He wants slot
Wow.
out. He wants
I,
slot out so bad.
I know our viewers that watches our video, they know you that you're a Liverpool fan. So I don't understand. Even if you want slot out, that doesn't mean you should not be a Liverpool fan. Perry is a Liverpool fan. He is a Liverpool fan. Unfortunately, as we speak, we don't have any Man City fan on the FootyWeek platform. So Terry, sorry about that. Yeah, we don't. Quick one, boys. Let me get your prediction. Manchester United against Tottenham, lunchtime kickoff. Biola, you want to give us your prediction? Is it my network or where is it coming from? Okay, Perry, your prediction: Liverpool, Man City. You being a Liverpool fan, give me your prediction. Manchester City 2, Liverpool 1. Liverpool is home, so it's Liverpool 1, Manchester City 2. Anyways, we lost Biola. Manchester United Tottenham 2-2. We lost Biola. I would have wanted to get Biola's opinion. Anyways, thank you for being on the show today. Thank you for looking out for time to come on the show. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Man, we lost you there, Viola.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know whether I just got kicked out. I don't know what
It's the
exactly happened.
network. It's the network. I don't know if it's the Riverside platform, but I think I rounded up and I think I just ended it
Okay,
there.
okay, that's fine. That's
It's great.
fine. That's
Thank you.
perfect. Good,
Thank you so
good.
much, man.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
so much.
Man.
Yes.